All right, here we go. Hi, everyone. My whole one audience member. I will be starting this up here shortly. Just getting everything ready. Although everything is pretty much ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and put up my drawing here, my pixel art. I can't guarantee I'm going to be talking a whole lot. I am extremely tired, but if anybody pops in chat, I'll happily talk. I don't know what to say right now. I didn't sleep very well.
Because I was sleeping with.
All right. I got that up. I got my coffee. Let's boogie. I'm ready. Let's do it. It's been a very busy week for me. I had a lot just going on at home and raising my daughter and doing all that. I've just been so tired. I think it's the weather lately. It's been raining off and on. That's not helping. If anybody is here, how is your day going? If anybody hears any background noise, it's my washer running and my daughter probably. Which is fine. All right, so this commission is for Marley. This is the reference. I've already started on the line art, so the next thing I'm going to be working on is just the hind legs, and then I'll start coloring. I sort of followed someone's advice and tried to do the line art before streaming, but when it got busy, I had to stop. Although I'm really stoked about this art, though. I'm not sure how I'm going to place the legs yet. I wanted to go for kind of a whimsical pose. Just a happy little cat creature floating through space, probably. But sometimes when you're thinking about what you want to do and then you actually do it, it doesn't always translate well. We will see. I'm quite pleased with the pose so far, so I'm not going to change it.
Yes, Lord.
I don't think.
Live with Anderson Paak. Let's talk pro money moves.
Hey, AP, paying rent by bank. That cool?
You trying to pay a scammer's rent too?
No ads, my butt.
Pay with Visa. That's the move.
This lo-fi thing I'm listening to promised no ads. It's no copyright lo-fi. Oh, I'm tired. Lo-fi music playlist. And no ads. Yeah, right. You lied to me. I hope I don't get in trouble for that. Anybody watching, if you know any links to some really good lo-fi, ad-free, like no copyright music, let me know. I really like listening to music while I do stuff like this. It really helps me focus. Just let me know in the comments. Let's see here. I kind of want, like, maybe the leg to be bunched up a little bit. Kind of like how it is in the reference picture. I mean, my goal is to not copy the reference picture exactly. I feel like that defeats the purpose. When you commission someone, you don't want to copy references exactly. You don't want to copy poses. Like, what's the point? Let me look at it from far away. A little too sharp. I mean, some of the line art is a little jank because it's just a rough sketch. I'll have to go through and refine it later and probably change the size of the ears and everything just to make it look better. I will probably put some links in some Discords for my friends. Come watch me. Come ease the pain of my loneliness. I mean, it's not that serious, but I really, really enjoy talking to people. And once again, my computer is chugging. I cleaned the fans yesterday to hopefully kind of ease the chugginess. I think it helped, but I don't know. I think there's just something running in the background that I'm not seeing. Let's see here. I'm gonna add cute little legs. Looks like little sausage legs. Now I'm in the mood for something with sausage. Probably one of my favorite meals is sausage with rice. I like to chop up some sausage, put it in some rice, add some salsa over it. Oh, it's so good. It's a very quick meal, very easy. The back leg might be a little too thick, so let's change that. A little bit better. It's a work in progress. Hind legs can be tricky sometimes. Still looks kind of off, but I'll fix it. I kind of like the idea of it, so I'll work with it. Just maybe not make the hind legs so stiff looking. And I apologize if I'm coughing in the mic. My allergies have been kicking my rear this last week. Okay, yeah, that looks good so far. I'm gonna make sure to include the clothes. A little space suit. Oh man, I was watching a streamer the other day, and I cannot remember his username, otherwise I would totally name drop him. But I just happened to pass by and he was working on, I think, some anime chibi art. And I stuck around for a minute and said hello, and it was so cool. Like, he's a small streamer, but he had the coolest, like, little VTuber model. And it was a transformer, and he said he made it himself. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it gave me the idea. I'm kind of considering maybe making my own VTubing model, but I need to learn how to do that first, I think. It might be cheaper in the long run because VTuber models are insanely pricey. Like, I've actually looked some up, and they can go from like a couple of $100s to like thousands of dollars. It's ridiculous. How do I want this hind leg here? Maybe out a bit, more dynamic, you know? Doesn't have to be out like the other hind leg. Let's see how that looks so far, because I've got so much room to work with, you know? Like this 170 by 170 is really nice. But sometimes I'm like, man, I'm about to run out of space. It's fine. It's fine. Hi, John. It got cold here too. Yeah. Bundle up now. I still don't understand. I'm not going to say where I live, but it is so cold here. You have 36 subs already. Congrats. Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm really excited about that. It's unreal. I wasn't expecting to get so many subs. I will do my best. Part of me has imposter syndrome. I don't think I ever really anticipated doing this, streaming and doing art and all that. I think the important thing is, for now, just do it for fun. Just chill, hang out, have a good time. My long-term goal is to try to make a career off of this, but right now that cannot be the main reason why I'm doing this. It's just not realistic. I'm gonna try to draw an A here. Okay, so far this is looking super cute. See if I can make this look more 3D, just like the reference picture. Might look a little awkward as I try to figure out what to do. Okay, yeah, that looks fine so far. It's supposed to be the A on the collar. I might need to go back and fix it up a bit. Work in progress. I thought it kind of looked like a plush laying down, and I hate no ads. YouTube stinks. Yeah, it's rough. I was thinking plush too, the way its arms were outstretched. I might need to extend the rear arm here. It almost looks kind of too small. I was going for perspective, but now that I look at it with fresh eyes, it's like, okay, I might need to fix that later. Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of ads. There are some ads that appear on some of my videos, and I've had a couple people complain about that, especially on my Lance Reddick one. Like, I made a video for that, and apparently it has ads, but there's no way. I even looked. There's no way for me to turn it off. Which is so slimy. I did not want ads on that. It's not like I'm earning anything anyway. It's YouTube earning everything, and I can't control it. Make it look like it's wrapped around this arm here. And I apologize if my speech sounds slurred as heck. I am so tired. But I told myself, gotta work, gotta get up, get this going. I kind of like the leg, but at the same time, here, I might do it back here. Maybe more stretched out here. Let's see. Let me cook. I'm cooking. Let's see how that looks. Oh, I kind of like that better. Yeah, that looks much, much better. And I might move the arm down here. Like, I have the vision. I just need to execute it. Draw the little cuffs here. I'm really into this space and spaceman thing, 'cause, especially after the Artemis 2 thing that happened. I hope I sound okay on mic, and if anybody hears me drinking, I'm sorry. Girls gotta drink. Drink coffee, that is.
Shipped knows that no order is ordinary.
The ads again.
When you order produce, Shipt
Alright,
sees
give me
the
just a
meals and
second,
menus
guys, while I
swiftly.
find a
Not just
different
soap in your cart.
video that's not gonna give me ads. I like the music, but my gosh. Alright, we'll see about this one. It's so sad because a lot of these people will talk about ensuring that these are ad-free. Maybe I'm just unlucky. Maybe they have no control over it. I don't know if once upon a time YouTube enabled you to, I don't know, like disable the ads or whatever. Alright, I'm gonna work on the little ear string thingies. These are so cute. I love them. I should probably save. I'm really looking forward to pixeling the red, I don't know what you call it, like red mist? Or like the nebulous red stuff here. I love that. That is super cool to me. I hope I don't get like any copyright strikes. Okay, it looks like the rear, or not the rear, but like the bottom tendrils are a little longer. So I might extend these out more. That's looking so cute so far. I love it. Oh, the lines are a little thinner up there, so I might need to, yeah. It's too thick. hear some sirens outside. I can't tell if it's the music. I doubt it, but it's so funny because it kind of sounds like the sirens are syncing in time with the music itself. So I don't know. Ignore that weird blob there. I'm gonna fix it. That's just there to exist. There's a saying that I love where when you're making art, just make it exist first. You can always make it look pretty later. I stand by that. I don't really care about people judging my art anymore. I mean, I welcome criticisms and critiques preferably. I feel like criticisms and critiques are different from each other. But I always tell people, like, be careful how you critique. When I was an art teacher, I used to tell my students the same thing. Like, there's never any reason to insult somebody's artwork. But you can always say, hey, that looks really cool, but this line, if you angle it a certain way or make it rounder, it might look better. I actually had an artist friend critique some of my work too. And I asked her to do it because I wasn't sure how to do a thing. I don't remember what it was, but I do remember she said to make the lines around her not so sharp looking. So I've always kind of just taken that to heart and be more mindful of how I draw my lines. Okay, that's looking cute so far. Speaking of rounding, like if a character has softer edges, you gotta really pay attention to those lines, and I'm working on that. A lot of my older pixel art definitely has some sharper edges to them. Am I the only person who thinks coffee tastes best in the morning, like when you had just woken up, you drink a cup of coffee? The coffee that I have after tastes good, but I feel like it's just not as good as the first cup. It's so good, y'all. These kind of look like pigtails. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to fix this part. Because I think these will be facing outward. So you won't really see like the inside of the ear. It's just going to be facing inward, not outward, but inward. For background sound, you could also go with generic nature sounds like beach waves, rain, bird song, etc. That's actually a really good idea. That's brilliant, actually. Thank you, John. I might do that here in just a minute. Because I gotta have some kind of sound playing. It's like when I work on other stuff. If I do like chores around the house or something, I like to put in my iPhone and listen to music that way. I have to have something. All right, yeah, that's looking good so far. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at the reference picture, just kind of looking closely. I really adore how the red just contrasts so perfectly with the green. I guess that's why people love Christmas so much. The green and the red. Oh, if I'm gonna do that, I might erase the ear here, or like the, not the ear, but the inner part of the ear. Make it face inward. That makes sense, right? Okay. Go ahead and finish this. Then I'll work on the colors. For anybody listening, and if you don't know, this is from neopetsclassic.com. And this is called an alien. I'm going to butcher the name, probably Aisha or Aisha. I think it's Aisha because it's spelled A-I-S-H-A. Almost sounds like a name. I feel like I've heard girls named Aisha before. Maybe not spelled in that way, but close enough. I often wonder, original Neopets, like what went through the minds of the developers when they came up with some of these names? Because I do remember like old Neopets back in like 1999, 2000. Like there was, I don't know, Macy Gray or something, and the Bruce was a man. Like an actual dude. It was a black and white dude. It's funny. I know Neopets was originally made by college students. Okay. Sorry for the constant pauses, guys. I do look at the reference a lot. It's off screen. You guys can't see it, but I do study it. I want to get things right, you know? Excuse me. Oh, my allergies. Stop it. You know what I should have done? I should have taken an allergy pill. Alright, I will probably have this ear kind of just hanging out. Maybe clustered here? I don't see why not. As long as it makes sense to do it. Perspective-wise and everything. I may come back to that later. Because I could have fun with it and like maybe have the ear down here. It'd be cute. I don't know, guys. It is subject to change. I will save it though. I still have trauma of losing work if I don't save. Computers are unpredictable, so you just never know what could happen. There could be an error, the computer can just randomly shut off from overheating. You just don't know. Alright, I will give this cutie some eyelashes. I'll come back to it. It'll make more sense later. Trust me, bro. Trust. That's looking really good so far. I'm quite pleased with it. It is so cold here today, guys. I'm in a place where it should not be cold ever around May. Like, what kind of sense does that make? Oh, that's kind of cute. Kind of looks like a heart. My daughter would love that. She hears the word heart and she comes running. I might keep the ear there. It's cute. All right. What else? What else? What else? I need to... All right. I'm going to pick some colors and play around with it. Sorry for the pause there. I had a coughing fit just now. Not that serious, just allergies. My gosh, this Aisha is so cute. I have an alien Aisha too on Neopets Classic. Anybody listening, check it out. I know I've plugged Neopets Classic before. It's got a great community. The admins are very nice people. And as far as I know, there's no drama, which is a huge plus. I mean, drama probably happens, but if it does, it's off screen, where it should be, you know. Drama has no place in a community where everybody can see it. I'm not saying there is drama, I don't know, but I have been in communities where people love drama, and I had to quit because of it. I'm not saying I wasn't a part of that. I was young and stupid. But I've learned. I hope. I really hope. These days, I hear any kind of drama, I just nope out of there, you know? It's like I'm too grown to care about that kind of stuff anymore. It's like if you've got something to say, just say it. We'll handle it like adults. Let's see how that looks. I have the idea, but I think the execution was a little off. Anyways. I have much bigger fish to fry than to worry about drama. That's it. How does that look? Okay, that's kind of cute actually. I have the vision. We'll let it sit for a while. And draw the little cuffs. Yeah, I liked the way it was before, but I agree with John. It definitely looked like he was a plushie, or she, they, them. Oops. Okay, there we go. I know there's some details, but I'm going to go back and fill in those details with some lighter colors, because the black can be a little too harsh. Alright, so far so good. I'm beginning to think maybe the back legs are a little thin, so I might go and revisit those later. Y'all hear me drinking, sorry. I wonder if it's going to rain again today. So it has been raining off and on for a while. I might make the background a little gray. You're going to see some anti-aliased stuff over here, but this helps me. My eyes get so strained when I'm staring at pixels all the time. There we go. It also gives it kind of a transparent feel, I guess, which it will be transparent when I'm finished. And I want to make sure the lines don't look too thin, that they get kind of lost, you know? Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I guess that's all that matters, right? Maybe not there. Okay, that looks much better. Because sometimes if it looks too thin, it gives it that pinched look, and you don't want that. How does that look? A little bit better. I'll have to go back and fix the lines. Work in progress, guys. Work in progress. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and color in this character. He's just, or she. I apologize. I do not know the gender. I don't think it really matters. Ultimately, it matters to the person this character belongs to. Oh, you know what? This character's name is False. So I will just call it by its name, False. Go ahead and shade in the ears. I am going to borrow the colors for the shading. Yeah. I'll go back and add some highlights and all that fun stuff later. Do the red. Oh my gosh, you guys. So good. I love it. Oh, and the tail's going to be green as well. I hear my daughter playing in the background. She's actually doing really well. She kind of had a rough start this morning, but then so did I. And I told her, we'll start over. Let's just start our day off with a better attitude. So I don't want to be in a bad mood all day, and I know she doesn't either. It happens. Okay, the collar is a little yellow. Or gold. More gold than it is anything else. I'll detail it later. I told myself I would eat breakfast before I stream. Well, guess what I did not do, guys? Guess who did not eat? This gal. But I have no one to blame but myself. It is what it is. Just, I don't know why. I've said in a stream before, I don't get hungry, but lately I've been getting an appetite. And that's probably a good thing, because you're supposed to eat a decent breakfast, and I should listen to my body and actually eat. Okay, I am going to borrow the shadows here. I can kind of tell it's an off-white, which is good. Oh, this is going to be red, the same color. Guys, it's coming together. It's looking so good. This commission might take a lot less time than the other one. The only thing that will take time will be the nebulous energies around this character. Give me just 1 second, my viewers. My daughter is talking to me. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'd actually meant to put up Be Right Back on my stream. Sometimes I need to get up in a hurry, especially if it involves my daughter getting hurt or something. She is fine. She did not get hurt. Okay, I will probably... These look a little softer. Yeah, I'll probably use that instead. Oh yeah, that's perfect. If I need to, I'll use this. It's kind of... Okay, I see. It kind of has some eyeshadow there too. That's fine. I will be dithering that to make it smoother. But for now, I just want to add the shadows. There's something very cathartic. Well, maybe cathartic's not the right word, but therapeutic. Drawing shadows. I don't know why, but I enjoy doing it. Got this cute little round belly here. Shadows can be tricky, especially when you're trying to draw and color in shadows on an object that's supposed to look 3D. You want to give the illusion that the belly looks a little round. So I'll be playing around with that for a bit. All right. My only worry is that the head might look a little too small. I mean, the head looks very proportionate on this body here. I think it's just my style, but I really made the body look longer, more slender. I mean, I'll probably keep it because it is my style. I do that with so many of my pixel art. Especially if you look at a lot of my older pixel art on DeviantArt. Oh dear lord. Just I used to draw very long and elegant bodies. And I think that just stuck with me after all this time. Like, I still do it, but I still try to stay proportionate. Like, if you're going to draw long and slender, everything needs to look that way, I guess. All right, this is looking good so far. I'm just looking. There's like a little red stripe here. I'll need to draw that too. Can do. Where does the red stripe end? That's my question. Probably, okay. I am mostly just talking to myself. Okay, that looks good so far. Oh yeah, yeah. I like it. And then there's these cute little, I don't know what these are, like little padding on the knees, and they're elbows too, so I'll need to draw that. But I'm gonna use something a little softer than black for now. Whoops, nobody saw that. See how that looks so far. Oh yes, that looks really good. Now, when I finish this commission, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to fill this in. If anybody's watching, it's probably driving them crazy. Like, oh my gosh, why didn't she fill that in? Anyways, as I was saying, after I finish this commission, I will probably work on another commission. It really just depends if my daughter's doing well, and she obviously comes first. Okay, I will need... This makes it seem like I'm blending the tail with the whole spacesuit, which is not true. Not true at all. Give me just a second, guys. I'm not leaving, just I am looking at something real quick. All right. I received a message on Discord. I did show the Commissioner Marley what I have so far. That was earlier. I did show them the line art, but here soon I'll probably show them the colored variant too. But I might include more shading because I am absolutely feral for shading. As I have said many times. Marley might be watching, actually. I just know that Marley is also working, so they probably have to mute me, which is absolutely fine. All right, I'm gonna do something here. Make this darker, yeah. Oopsies. You didn't see that. Nobody saw it. Shut up. This is a very bright green, which I love. But we're going to try to match the colors a little bit too. Oh wow, that's actually spot on. My intuition was correct. Don't judge me. All right, I am going to use this color and do a little bit of shading, a little lighter shading. Not make it so harsh, yeah, no? Make the shading here rounded. I cannot get over how cute this character is. It's just so stinking cute, y'all. I love it. I may be biased, though, considering I have one. They are very rare to get, though. I will be doing more commissions that is not Neopets. But let's be real. I don't think I could say no. If somebody wants a commission from Neopets, I'll do it. I haven't said no to anybody so far. The only times I'll say no is if I'm truly uncomfortable doing it. Whoops. I do have rules for that somewhere. I don't know where I put them. Might be on my webpage. I have like a webpage on Neopets with all that information. Like just Neopets specific rules. Okay. What else do I need to work on? What else, guys? What is it I need to work on? Oh, right here. I need to do the cheeks. Oh my gosh, it's so cute! You guys, I cannot get over how cute this character is. I will keep talking about it until my face turns blue. Oh my gosh. Like, this character is so cute, I could cry. It's making my voice go crazy too. I will need to move this freckle up though. There we go. That looks much better. Oh my gosh, you guys. Ah, I can't get over it. I will gush forever. Also secretly, not so secretly, just very pleased with the way this character looks so far. I will say that's always a good sign. If I'm pleased by how it looks, then it's over. I think there was maybe one time where I was doing a pixel art for somebody. This was like years ago. But I thought to myself, I don't know if I like this, but no matter what I did, like, I changed the pose. And it didn't matter because when I gave the person the commission, they said, I don't really like this. And I'm like, well, that's fair. One of those things, I thought I could do it, but it turns out I couldn't. So I ended up just giving the pixel art to them for free and apologized for the mess. Which, in retrospect, I should not have given it to them for free. I still worked on it. Like, I worked my tail off. And they were like, nah, not a fan. It's like, okay. It did kind of hurt, though, because that person on DeviantArt was a well-known artist. So the fact that they came to me for a pixel art, oh my gosh, I was over the moon. But you can't please everybody. It's whatever at this point. I gave it to them. It's over. I don't like causing drama or anything. So just take it. Where was my green? I think it was this one. I kind of want a softer. Yeah, there we go. Originally, I wasn't sure what to do with the tail. When I was doing the line art, it took me a few tries to figure out, like, how did I want it to be angled and all that fun stuff. In the end, I figured, I think angled down is kind of cute. It almost gives it like a crescent moon look, which I suppose is fitting for an alien character. Do the shading here. And don't worry, I'll fill it in. It'll probably have lighter shading here, but darker shading on the inside of the ears. Because when you look at ears, it's really dark inside. For like animals and whatnot. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get myself more coffee, or maybe some food. A snack. At this point, I might as well wait until lunchtime. Alright, I need to add like this cute little, I don't know what you would call this, like eyeshadow? I'm gonna say it's eyeshadow. Super cute. I will say old Neopets was a little bit racist. I don't think that was a secret. But I remember, I think it was either the Aishas or the, oh, what are they called? But they were like little adverts, and they were, I don't even know if I should talk about it, but it was so bad. If you're curious, look up like Neopets racist ads or something. It's really unhinged, But when you're a child, you don't really think about that. It's like, okay, that happened. But when you're an adult, you're like, oh boy, they were being so racist. And I don't think there's ever an excuse for stuff like that. Racism is not okay. And yet, for some reason, it still exists in our world, and I don't understand why. I really don't. It's like people give excuses, and I'm like, there's no excuse anymore. Like, it's 2026. What are we doing? Like, I just don't get it. On to happier topics, though. See, this is what happens when I talk to myself. I ramble. There's no one to talk to. Help me. Save me from myself. People don't believe me. I do enjoy talking. I was always known as the quiet girl in school. Which is true. I was very quiet when I was in school. People would ask me, why are you so quiet? It's like, well, I don't want to get in trouble. My mom's a teacher. And that is true too. I did not want to get in trouble. My mom was very strict. Well, it's not fair to say. She wasn't very strict, but she didn't put up with nonsense. I'll say that right now. She was a very good teacher. She used to work as a music teacher. She is retired now. She is enjoying her retirement. And good for her. I'm very proud of her. Once upon a time, I wanted to be a teacher. Nope, not anymore. When I spoke with my mother about that, she said, you know what? Schools have changed so much. And they will probably keep changing, you just never know. But more, I just don't want to deal with it. I know I said it in another stream that I was very lucky. I was in a very good work environment. I used to work in one of the schools here where I live, and it was so much fun. There was actually a lot of support. Okay, yeah, that looks really nice so far. But that being said, just from the things that I hear, especially from my teacher friends on Facebook who work in other school districts, they're not getting as much support. And the kids, and I will still say to this day, it's not the kids' fault, but it's also not the teacher's fault. I think it comes down to how schools deal with discipline anymore. There's practically no discipline. And it's like, okay, there's no discipline, but now we need the parents to step in. And the parents aren't really stepping in either because they're telling the teachers, nah, my child is your problem now. And that's not fair. That is not fair. Ooh, now that I look at this closer, I can kind of tell this is a little purple. It gives it kind of like a strawberry look. I love that. But anyways, nope, I don't want to be a teacher anymore. It was my dream since I was a teenager once I realized what I wanted to do. And I remember telling my mom, I want to do this. And she supported me. She was like, oh, heck yeah, go to school, do it. I went to college. And then I realized, like, once I actually got to work in the school district, I was like, oh my gosh, I loved it. The kids were actually really good. We had maybe a handful. And I won't talk about them much because of, privacy. I do miss it though. They very much felt like my kids too. I did work in the art classroom for one whole year. That was so much fun. I might make this a little rounder. Might be too out there. I don't know. I'll come back to visit that line soon. Excuse me. Be doing that a lot, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see what else I need to play with. I want to make sure that you could see the eyes clearly. I just feel like there's almost maybe too much here, but I don't know. I think it'll be okay. See what that looks like so far. Okay. Need to work on some of the line art here. Make it rounder, a little smoother. As you do. Oh yeah, looking a little bit better. Just smoothing it out. After this commission, I may take a break and go eat. I might cave in and actually do it before. I don't know. I will persevere. I will finish this. You know what, you guys? I'm starting to think the rear paws do look a lot smaller. I need to fix that. So I will do that now. And I think I know the problem. While I love it, whoops. I love it, but I don't love it enough. So I'm gonna fix it. And thankfully, pixel art is super easy to fix. And I tell people all the time, if they're commissioning me, it's like, don't hesitate to reach out if you need something changed. There we go. Yeah, it needs to be a little rounder. Maybe not that rounder. It doesn't need to look like a club. I know it probably won't look exactly like the rear leg here, but that's okay. Let me cook. It's gotta cook, guys. Let it simmer. All right, so I'm gonna add maybe a little angle here, just a small one. Oops. I don't know about that. It looks really heavy. Like, bro, what happened to your poor leg? I need to give it a think because I'm not entirely happy with the way it looked. But I definitely want it to look proportionate. Like, maybe a little taper is fine. A little tapering. Too heavy looking. I think the issue is length as well. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, much better. It's like I keep saying, sometimes you just gotta go back and be like, all right, fix that. Okay, I've been streaming for almost an hour. That's good. Okay. I got a little distracted. That's ADHD for you. I will say, though I do have ADHD, like I was literally diagnosed, like back then it was called just ADD. I was diagnosed with ADD, but these days they call it just ADHD. I have the inattentive ADHD, and I will say I have coped with it, I would like to think, pretty well in my adult life. I'm not medicated anymore. I will say when I was on medication, it had adverse effects on me. I was angry all the time. Like, I was not myself. It does change you. But when I took it, it did help me through school. That's kind of the kicker, though. It's like, man, and I would like to be able to cope without it anyway. And I think I am. I mean, still, I do forget things. That just comes with the territory, I guess, and it does drive people insane. But when I say I'm coping better, I have gotten into the habit of writing things down. I have whiteboards all over my fridge. If I have upcoming appointments, I trained myself to immediately write it down on the whiteboard. It helps. And because the fridge is something I look at all the time, if I'm hungry or whatever, it's right there. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to go do this appointment. Okay, this is not quite right. Not quite right? Don't mind me. I'm thriving off of like maybe 4 hours of sleep. There will be jokes. I am goofy when I'm tired. Let's see, I'm gonna add a little bit here, a little bit there. Not that there's anyone to really hear me act goofy. I can't stop yawning, you guys. It is what it is, though. Okay, yeah, so far I like this. Now I'm gonna do the same thing here. For anybody listening, do you ever have like lucid dreams? I know it's random, but it's a thought that just occurred to me. I get them all the time. It's pretty crazy. The only thing, though, whenever I realize I'm dreaming, I instantly wake up. Sometimes, though, I'll tell myself, oh, whatever, I'm dreaming. It's fine. And then the dream continues. I'll sit on that for a little bit. I've had some crazy lucid dreams the last few days. Like, for example, I was taking a nap, and that's usually when my lucid dreams are the strongest. But my daughter, I could hear her, she was telling me to wake up. And she said she wanted lunch. Now, granted, she's old enough she can make her own lunch. I trust her to do that. And I remember telling her in my sleep, go ahead and start making your lunch. If you need help with anything, I'll get up, whatever. And she did say, I do need help with this. And I was still sleeping, y'all. But in my sleep, I could have sworn I'd gotten up. Like, I had gotten up to help her, and I didn't make it until I was at the doorway. And I was rubbing my face. My eyes were still closed. And I was like, no, baby, I can't do this right now. Sorry, I went back to sleep, but I was still in bed. I know for a fact I hadn't gotten up. But that's how powerful my lucid dreams are sometimes. Like, I'll do something in my dream that I think I've actually done. It's like the same story. People say, I had a dream where I got up to go use the bathroom and it felt so real. Crazy. It happens a lot, though. I did actually get up. For anybody listening, I got up to help my daughter. I'm trying. I try. I just thought it was kind of a funny story. Like, who else could relate to that? Has anybody had sleep paralysis before? I've definitely had sleep paralysis. It's so scary, y'all. That being said, though, I had it strongest when I was in my early 20s. And the main reason why the sleep paralysis started is because I was stressing out when I was in college. And my father had just passed away. So I had a lot of restless nights and lack of sleep. And that kind of helps the whole sleep paralysis thing too. I've later come to realize. I didn't know much about it, so I thought I was going crazy, y'all. Now, I never had any visual hallucinations, but I did have a ton of auditory hallucinations. Some of the stuff I heard was insane. I think the scariest thing was hearing like a group of people in my room. So scary. Of course, I started looking it up, saying, what is happening to me? Like, what is going on? And it turns out it is normal, and it happens to so many people. It's not like anything magical or mystical happening to you. It is a scientific thing. Or scientific phenomenon, I guess I should say. Like, it can be explained, but they're still doing a lot of research on it, sort of thing. So once I started to understand it better, I'm like, okay, I'm not like possessed by some crazy thing. I'm not being haunted. I'm the kind of person, I do actually believe in ghosts, but I always try to look for an explanation first. Because more often than not, you can't explain something. Or maybe it's just me watching too many ghost videos. That actually is a hobby of mine. I will watch ghost videos. But my favorite thing to do is to point out how it could be debunked. So nothing, like, ghost videos don't really scare me. That being said, though, there was one video I watched that my brother-in-law showed me. And I wouldn't say it's a ghost video, but it darn near is. And I don't remember the title of it, but I do remember this man was at, I think, like a hot spring or something. It was a hot spring. And the spring ran very deep into the earth. And I don't know if he on purpose did it or if it was an accident, but he dropped his phone and the phone started to scream. Like, it's giving me chills just thinking about it. I know that video went viral for a little while, but people in the comments, I'll never forget, they were actually explaining why that could happen. Like, air bubbles still in the phone or whatever was making that happen. I'm like, man, that was so creepy. Alright, got some of the shading down. I do like me a good ghost video, though. Even though I know most of them are fake. And I say most because I don't know, guys. I don't. It's still fun to watch. I like being spooked. Just not in real life. Hmm. Ah, here we go. That being said, though, I said I believe in ghosts, and I don't know if this was an actual ghost or not, but I do have a story. I'm going to share it with you guys, even though there's not very many people here. I'm going to share it anyway. But I used to work at a place where they did a lot of homeschooling for kids and whatnot. And it was a house. And from what I understand, an old lady used to live in that house. And I think, if I remember right, she passed away in that house. Now, I didn't learn about this until a bit later. Anyways, so I would always hear footsteps going up the stairs, and this usually happened when I was inside the building getting ready for my next class of homeschool students, and the kids were outside playing. I would hear footsteps going up and down those stairs, and I would look, and there was nobody there. There were also other times where I would hear like little grunts or groans, and I would think it's another teacher, but when I look around, there's nobody there. That being said, I never felt anything too off about the place. Like, I could sense something was going on. But for all I know, it could just be an echo, or I don't know. Like, anything could be explained. Honestly, it could. Just, if I had to name anything paranormal, that would probably be it. I mean, I've had a few other instances, but I kind of wave them off as, I don't know if it was paranormal. I mean, it was weird, but I don't know if it was actually a ghost. But that one is the closest thing, in my opinion. Now, I also say this, but my brother-in-law worked in the same building, and he experienced the same thing. And when he told me that, my whole body had goosebumps. I was like, are you serious? I don't work there anymore. I don't know if he still does, but no harm ever came to the students or the staff. So I don't think, if something was haunting that building, I don't think the ghost meant any harm. And if it was the ghost of that old lady, she was probably just there hanging out. Seeing what's going on. It's like, okay, my place is being used as a school. That's cool. I've told this story to some people before, and they told me, oh, girl, that could be a demon. And I'm like, I don't think so. I really don't think so. There was nothing off like that. Like, nothing felt evil, if that makes sense. So I don't know. It could be a ghost, or it could just be something else. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you have any ghost stories? Just, I remember being pregnant with my daughter and hearing footsteps in the house one time, but I don't know. Like, in retrospect, I'm like, I don't know if that was a ghost or if my imagination was just playing with me. Or could be maybe I was having one of those lucid dreams and having auditory hallucinations again. Okay, let me take a look at you. Oh, yes. It's looking really good so far. I'm going to soften some of the lines, though. Actually, let me do... I think I'm going to do green. That's not green. What happened to my green? Where's my green? Oh, no. Was it this one? I think it was. But anyways... try to soften up the lines here. Just to make it look a little smoother. Sometimes I find black lines a little too harsh in pixel art, so just to make it look a little bit nicer, I'm going to do this. I would really love to talk to other pixel artists, or just artists in general. To think of other topics to talk about. We talked about ghosts, we talked about all sorts of stuff. I like to think I'm a pretty open-minded person. All right. That's looking pretty good so far, you guys. I'm excited. All right, I am going to pause here because I need to go make myself some coffee. I will be right back.
So you want to start a business. You might think you need a team of people and fancy tech skills, but you don't. You just need GoDaddy Aero. I'm Walton Goggins, and as an actor, I'm an expert in looking like I know what I'm doing. GoDaddy Aero uses AI to create everything you need to grow a business. It'll make you a unique logo. It'll create a custom website. It'll write social posts for you and even set you up with a social media calendar. Get started at GoDaddy.com/Aero. That's GoDaddy.com/AIRO.
Hello, everybody. I'm back. Coffee has been made. I actually did eat a little bit of breakfast, so I scarfed that down. I think I'm actually ready to start on the little energy stuff here, the little blobs, the nebulous blobs. So I'll probably do that here shortly. I do want to save though. I also spent a little bit of time with my daughter. Let her know that I will be streaming a little bit longer. I did promise her that later this afternoon I want to watch a movie with her. She watched Toy Story for the first time yesterday. I was so happy, y'all. She really liked it. The only thing, though, and I think this is true for a lot of kids her age, but she asked me, why is this movie so long? I remember saying the same thing when I was a kid. Just their attention spans aren't there. That's normal. It happens. Okay, let me see how this looks. Excuse me. Probably angle it up a little bit more. Yeah. If y'all hear anything, that's my daughter getting herself a snack. Okay, yeah, that's looking good. So far. Okay, and it definitely has a little bit of a curve here, so I'll make the curves happen. I don't know why I thought of Mean Girls just now. Stop making fetch happen. I love Mean Girls. I do see a viewer. Hi. Oh, they're gone. Understandable. Probably curve this part a little bit too. Again, a lot of this will be me kind of perfecting the lines, things like that. Oh, hello, third viewer. Welcome. Feel free to say something. I would love to talk. Oh, I said the word talk and they immediately left. Oh well. No biggie. I think I used to joke that I probably scare people with my enthusiasm. See about this here. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'd like that. I'm the kind of person I will more than likely keep saying goodbye to you for talking on the phone, like before you actually hang up. I'll be like, oh wait, there's one more thing I need to talk about. I'm just that kind of person. And it's so silly. I used to be extremely shy when I was a little girl. Y'all have no idea. I used to embarrass my mother. I think I told that story before, in fact. Let me round this out a bit. I sure did. I would embarrass her. My mom had a camera friend. I'm going to go ahead and tell this story again. But anyway, so she had a camera friend. I won't mention any names, of course, but we used to get invited to watch some shows. As long as, of course, we stayed quiet and everything. We could just spectate in the background. And back then, I would watch The Young and the Restless. And I had a Snickers bar. And I'll never forget I don't know if it was like the director, but somebody on set was telling my mom she better be quiet with that Snickers. And that, oh my gosh, I remember hiding behind her because I was so shy. Let's see, I'm just giving it a little bit of depth there. Okay, oh, I like that. That looks really good. What do you guys think? I might add a little bit of dark in there. I don't know yet. And you want to be very careful not to oversaturate things. I used to have that problem doing a lot of my older pixel art too. I'm still learning. I don't think it needs to be that dark. But yeah, I used to be very shy. It really wasn't up until maybe about middle school I started to come out of my shell more. But in high school, I joined the theater class there. And I stayed all 4 years, all throughout high school. And I loved it. That really helped me come out of my shell. I'll never forget, but when I was doing something, I don't remember what it was, but my theater teacher told me that I was very charismatic on stage. And I was like, no way, you're lying to me. But just that compliment really helped me. I think the older I get too, it's like, I don't care what people think about me. I really don't. And I think that's only true for strangers. If it's somebody I know and love, obviously I think I would care what they think about me. And I think that's all the difference right there. I need to, I think, extend this ear a little bit. I do try to mute myself, but if you guys hear me cough, I am sorry. It's allergies, 100%. I don't believe myself to be charismatic, though. I don't know. I feel like that's a little too far-fetched. Now, a little more outgoing, yes. But I don't think I'm charismatic. No. And it could be maybe the theater teacher knew I was shy and he just was trying to help me loosen up a bit. I don't know. It's okay. I still took the compliment. I remembered it after all this time. I want this ear to be out just a little more. What kind of shows would you guys watch when y'all were kids? I recently learned that the gentleman who ran Cartoon Network, I don't know if he ran it or just created it, but he passed away. And it got me thinking all about the old cartoons I used to watch, like Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, and Ed, Edd and Eddy. Although, to be fair, I didn't really care much for Ed, Ed, and Eddie. It wasn't my favorite. It was just too strange to me. I think I appreciate it a little bit more now. I don't know if it's because the show is just meant for older kids, but for me, I just didn't care for it. I really liked Powerpuff Girls, though. Powerpuff Girls and Sailor Moon. Those were my shows. It's so crazy. Growing up with things like Toy Story, I know I mentioned that before. It was one of the movies my daughter watched with me yesterday. But we were watching Toy Story, and I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I grew up watching this movie, and now my child is watching it. It was emotional. And it was very special. I wonder if a lot of parents, like, maybe from, I don't know, like our parents maybe felt the same way when we would watch movies that they grew up with, like Wizard of Oz and stuff like that. Although Wizard of Oz, I think that was much older, so more like our grandparents' time. At least people around my age. I'm trying to decide if I want it there or here. Maybe right there. Yeah. But anyways, this is looking really good so far. I'm quite pleased. I'm gonna swipe some of the colors from here. I talked about dreams before, and I want to go back to that, but I do have some recurring dreams, especially about a friend. A friend I'm actually no longer friends with. And I don't know if it's because I miss this friend a lot, and that could be part of it. It might be too bright. But I had to burn some bridges because of drama. It's like I said before, I don't care for drama. Sometimes it's healthier to just burn those bridges. You know? Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I will probably add a dark thing here. Yeah, see how that looks. Whoops. That's okay. I mean, I like the A as it is. Let's see here. I'm actually about ready to start on the energy stuff, the red energies. And I may turn this back. Yeah, that looks good. I wonder if anybody passing through, like what goes through their mind when they see this. Like I could tell it's a very brief, maybe people accidentally click or they're just scrolling. I don't know, I'm looking at the studio page on my YouTube channel on current viewers 3. So it could be somebody just keeps coming back to check. Could be Marley, which is fine. I won't ask people to stay. I've said before that I feel like pixel art is like watching paint dry, so for some people it's probably just dull. That's understandable. It's totally fine. I also realized, oopsies, that's not what I meant to do. You guys didn't see that. But this suit here is kind of gray, so I'm gonna fix that. because it's not a true white. Here, I need to fix my angle. Give me a second, guys. If you hear anything, I apologize. I don't know how loud things can be sometimes. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna try and do that real quick. Let's do that, and then we're gonna pick that. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. It's backwards, I think. Oopsies. Because, yeah, the suit is not a true white. Something I kind of forgot about. So, we'll fix it. We want it to be the true color from that. Okay, then I want this one. Oh, goodness. Is that darker? I almost cannot tell. Yeah, I think it's the same color. Okay. I do need it to be darker though, because I feel like the shading is getting lost. So this looks kind of a bluish grayish color. We're just going to emulate that real quick. Make it as gray as possible. Oh yeah, close enough, you guys. Alright. Oops. Oh my gosh, I did it backwards again. I just need this to darken a little bit. That might be too harsh, but let me see. No, that actually looks really good. What do you guys think? Work on the dithering here. What else should I talk about? I feel like I talked about everything. For those who don't know me, I am a stay-at-home mom. And recently I've been trying to find something to maybe help with some income. So for anybody watching, if you like what I do have a BuyMeACoffee. Feel free to support me that way. But you don't have to. It's definitely not mandatory, but very much appreciated. I will probably add a little bit of highlight here. Give it some depth. We like depth in this house. Except my depth perception is so off. I run into everything. Just ask my husband, he'll tell you. I run into everything. Okay, that looks pretty good. I am quite pleased with that. No, this might be a little too dark. Or not dark enough. Oops. You guys didn't see that. You saw nothing. Nobody probably did. I have 2 viewers. I think one of them is me though, because I do have my phone kind of facing me just in case anybody wants to chat. So yeah, I think one of those is me. The other one might be the username John. Okay, that looks a little bit better. I am going to make it a little lighter. I'm mainly going for like depth, stuff like that. All right, let's see what you look like. Okay, looking good, looking good. I will save again, just in case. And then I'm going to start working on the energies, the red energies stuff. Save it one more time. Me being OCD, I suppose. I don't know. For all I know, I have like some kind of OCD. Who knows? It is very possible I didn't get checked for everything. I don't know. I think one of my favorite t-shirts, it features either a rabbit or maybe it's a squirrel. I mean, a squirrel would make more sense, but basically the shirt says, "Oh, look, squirrel," or something. So yeah, it's probably a squirrel. I feel like I said rabbit because I feel like I do have a shirt that has a rabbit on it. I don't remember what it is though. Ah, my memory. It's great. I need to add some depth here too for these fellas. I'm really happy with this so far. I hope Marley likes it too. Is it just me, or is the music playing the same thing over and over? It probably is. I don't think I'm quite mad about it though. I do like the music playing. I will probably pause here soon to make my daughter some lunch. There we go. I meant to fix that. Make it more triangular. There we go. Oh, that looks so much better. Save it one more time, just in case. I think I'm just getting a little nervous because my laptop is kind of chugging along. Hanging on for dear life. It's okay. Alright, I am going to start... Oh, this is going to be fun. Let me grab some colors real quick. There has been kind of a neat trend I've noticed on Neopets Classic where people have started drawing like nebulas on their characters. Like if they have like a spirit or anything space related. I know I've started doing it on one of mine. I love how there's like little particles or stars in there. I think they're just particles. To grab a lighter shade that's kind of pink. We'll put it right there. All right. We're gonna start with the lighter hue. And I will probably, oh, let me move the colors because I'm gonna need the space, I think. But anyways, I'm gonna start, I think, kind of free-handing it. Or free drawing, whatever you want to call it. I'm just gonna, because it won't really matter, it's gonna be filled. All right, since these are kind of clustered, we're gonna just, and I will be drawing, I don't know if anybody can see it here, but it kind of goes around, which I'm really excited about. I love that detail, it just wraps. It's just so pretty. Right, and all the ears. Make sure to do the wraparound. might smooth some of the... Oh my gosh, like the nebula outline here. And that's going to be a very bright red. Alright, that looks pretty good so far. Although I might add a little bit more here. I love that this is red, and it makes me think of strawberries. Maybe I'm just hungry, even though I did eat. I actually ate. Alright, let's see how that looks. Just, I feel like 'cause this is more of a cluster here, everything will be kind of connected, and that's fine too. I didn't separate the ears. I was originally going to do that, but it's okay. There's little bits here, like little... Alright everyone, I will be right back. I am going to help my daughter get her lunch. And I'm back. Hello, everybody. We're just going to go right into it. I will probably move the character just a little bit because I have a lot of room to play with. Yeah. I'll probably be a little quiet just because I am really tired. I'm running out of things to just yap about. I may actually stop the stream a little earlier than I mean to. Alright, and there's these cute little wraparounds. Oh, I don't know why the music keeps stopping. I think it's buffering, actually. Goodness. Let's see what that looks like so far. Oh, that's cute. I am going to play around with this a little bit. Kind of make it look a little separated here. I'm gonna just use their own kind of individual. Oh, for Pete's sake. I gotta start over. I accidentally right-clicked. That got rid of the stuff. Oopsies. It's a little easy on the eyes. I do love the bright red, but whew, it is bright. That is looking so cute so far, you guys. All right, yeah, I like that. Okay. I'll be adding the breast here soon. Most of the detail, I think, will go into the nebulous stuff. So I'll be playing around with that. I'll probably finish this off stream. I'm not sure. Add the darker stuff here. Oops. Oh, I did it again. That's what happens when I free draw. I'm so used to not doing that. I just do like lines. I'm working with a mouse too, so I have been called crazy for doing that. I do have a little drawing iPad thingy somewhere. I just don't use it. It is quite old. It's not really registering the pen anymore. So if I ever do that again, I will invest in a nice one, a nicer one. Oh, that's looking delightful so far. If anybody heard that, that was my daughter scooching a chair. It was quite loud. I don't know if my mic picked it up. Really love the colors used here. So vibrant. And it does make me think of a bright nebula in space. Okay, let me see what that looks like from far away. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'll be playing around with it and fix whatever needs to be fixed. Add a little thingy here, just kind of behind the ear. Yeah, oh. Saw nothing. I will be dithering a lot of this too, just to make things blend better. I'll probably do that now, but I am going to stop stream here soon, guys. I'm very sleepy. Stream probably some more later too. I haven't decided. I know as things get more serious too, I am going to be streaming longer. It'll be easier when my daughter gets a little bit older too and she can reach things without me. Yeah, I'm definitely running out of steam here. I'll have to stop. I wanted to keep going while the iron was hot. I don't know why that's shaking. I think it's just the program. Anyways, let me save it. For those that were watching, thank you so much. Hopefully I will be back on later, but if not, I'll definitely be back tomorrow. My streaming schedule is from 8 to 11 CST. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, be safe, and thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.